But we know that in 2 months we have a date with destiny, and we are going to vote in new leaders all over the country and including the county. I have been privileged to work with one great son of this community, a great son of the county, and a great son of Kenya. I've now deputized Professor Peter Nyar 5 years when we get to August. But it's just as good as 5 years. And I've worked with him closely. And I've seen, and I've witnessed, and I've participated in all his plans. And now I think I stand better, I stand a better chance in advising the people, and that's what we've been doing, and that's what we're doing, of the leadership that we must retain so that as a county we move to the next level. We are lucky that as a county we can now compare. We have 5 years of the Honorable Nguma administration and another 5 years of Governor Professor Peter Nyar administration. Then there was a Kisumu without a functioning port. Now we have a Kisumu with a functioning port, a Kisumu with a shipbuilding yard, and a Kisumu with a marine school where a governor sponsors 2 students from each and every ward so that they can get the requisite knowledge and competency to work within that space. We have a Kisumu where in the education sector there was bursary of 2 million then, now there's a bursary of 4 million every academic year. We have a Kisumu where there was no sponsorship of any young person from Kisumu into any of those vocational training centers. Now we have a Kisumu where we have sponsorship for the young men and women of Kisumu into the vocational training centers for the whole of the training period, fully paid by the government of Professor Peter Nyar. We are all aware that we are bright students who clear from primary school and for one reason or another are not able to proceed with their studies. And Governor now is sponsoring 10 students fully paid from each and every ward, meaning that since his administration, he sponsors 350 students who are bright and are not able to pay so that their dream for a better tomorrow is assured. We have a governor who has ensured that from a Kisumu that was doing nil in tourism and hotel industry, in only 5 years, he has done major conferences. We've talked about the Afro-Cities Convention. I have never seen many foreigners in a town like Kisumu, in a city like Kisumu. I had the privilege, Governor, of sharing a podium with the students of Maseno University, those in planning and architecture, together with their lecturers. And they were meeting the Swedish ambassador together with a very powerful team. We had 2 days of impact. And I can tell you, those students, their experience will never be the same again as a result of the good leadership. Tomorrow we'll be in Nyakach. The other day we were in Moroni. I know we have been in Seme, we have been in Kisumu Central. We are asking our people that it is time for us to give Governor Professor Peter Nyar another term so that he can be able to complete the good work that he's doing. Wangapi wanakubaliana na mimi? Kiye korati badimalo. Now, nationally, I want to just make a short pronouncement. It is not that we hate any of you, but I want you to know that we are looking for value in Raila Amolo Odinga presidency. We have seen what it means to be a president without troops. We saw it in 2007. We have seen it in this particular administration that is ending because of the disagreement between the 2 top principals. And so we are asking that as the nation, the Luo nation especially, we ensure that we elect people in the ODM party. Because at the end of the day, that is what will make sense. If he goes there and he has fewer members of parliament, that means then he becomes a lame duck president. And he's made a pronouncement on it. And we are hoping that as a people, we will lead by example. There's no way we are going to ask Vihiga, for example, to vote 6 Ps when here we are still talking about A, B, C, D, and F. For us, what we know is that when Raila Amolo Odinga says right and left and forward, that is the only direction that we will take. But allow me to request my brothers and sisters from Vihiga. We were told of a story from Western Kenya, kwa ilitabiriwa, that the presidency will come to Western Kenya through the lake. My brother Musalia Mudavadi is not on the ballot. And so we are asking that you vote for Raila Amolo Odinga for the presidency of this country. And when that happens, we will work together in the future. Hiyo ndio demokrasia. Otherwise, I want to take this opportunity to say pole, my brother, and my brothers and my sisters, and with all humility now, allow me to call up front the governor of the great county of Kisumu, Professor Peter Anyang' Nyong'o, so that he can come and address this congregation. Karibu, Professor.
My Lord Bishop Charles Onginjo, the Anglican Church, Diocese Maseno South, my dear fellow mourners, the family of Mabel, my brothers Professor Jack and Omodi Nyambundi and the family, we come here today to comfort your hearts, to be with you at a moment of grief. But we know, as Christians, that if we are true believers, then this is not the end. And we must indeed praise the Lord that for each one of us, he has laid out a journey which we shall travel. And I must say that when I read here the story of the marriage between Maria Fend, Omondi Nyabundi, and Mabel, I was touched, because it must be a marriage with a very strong foundation. Mabel met her husband, Professor Nyabundi, in 1979, and when he was a master's student, and Mabel was catering officer in Meru District Hospital. 1 year later, after marriage, Professor Nyabundi proceeded for further studies in the United States of America, and they maintained a long-distance relationship for 5 years. That is a marriage founded in love and trust. Some of us have gone through a similar situation, but mine was only 1.5 years. And I must say, Julius, you are strong, eh? That 1.5 years was not easy for me. But you endured, you and Mabel, for 5 good years. 1 year was free. And you remained going. When we come to an occasion like this, I think we come to console, we come to be in solidarity, we come to pray, we come to encourage as Christians. And that's very important for all of us, because we may one of these days, or have been already, in a similar situation. And where we are, we know we need comfort. The English say the wearer of the shoes is the person who knows where the shoe pinches. So we celebrate a life well lived, but we also comfort those people who must still carry the life well lived. It's not an accident that the church always gives us songs to sing, appropriate songs to sing at a moment like this. Because the songs mean something and they're significant in history, if you read the history of those songs. And I know that I'm always really touched by such songs. And I do hope that they make meaning to you too, as you are here and as you live. They are not par hasard. That is by accident. They are good intentions. Julius, Jack, and your families, when the sun sets today and all of us are gone, you will be between you and Master, Jesus Christ. And we hope that He will comfort you when we are all gone, as you remember Mabel, which you endured for 5 years and still was with her. We must remember that something that happened recently in the history of this nation. That for the first time in our lives, Raila Amolo Odinga named a woman as a deputy president. Wakina mama oye! That is a big thing in our history. And I hope, as you can see, it's a sign of good things to come. As he named Martha as his deputy, Julius lost Mabel. But we hope that Mabel, wherever you go, you will keep on being solidarity with us. And we who remain, we realize one thing, that it is not for us that we live, it is for others. It is for others, beginning the family, the community, and the nation. And I've always worked with Raila for a long time. That not makes him a different type of leader, because that's something he believes strongly and lives by. And that verse or that paragraph I read about Jack, about Julius and Mabel, is perhaps the most important message I take from here. That we may be separated for some time, but we are in solidarity because of the faith and commitment we have for each other. So, when peace seems threatened, when we lose a departed one, the good Lord has given us a song that reassures us. And the history of this song is very important. Somebody was going to the States, and in a ship, he lost all his family. When he went back to the Britain, he wrote this song to assure himself and society that you are never losing everything if the Lord is still with you. When peace, like a river, attendeth my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever, my Lord, thou hast taught me to say, it is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. The Nyabundi family, God be with you. It will be well with your souls. Thank you very much.